mess in here this morning. Got a rainy day, so I'm going to try to do TikTok live at the same time, making a video of a painting. So I got this arm I'm going to set my tablet up on. Then I got this thing up here I'm going to put my phone on, all directed at this painting I'm going to work on. I'm already a low-tech man. I got to figure all this out. They'll see how it works out for me. This is a painting that I've had sitting on the shelf, and I go back to it every once in a while. It's been sitting on the shelf for about 3 years probably, and I take it off the shelf and mess with it, and it's just one of those paintings that I never did like. So we're gonna see if we can make something of it today. One thing I noticed right off the bat this time when I took it off the shelf is that sun that I just covered up was competing with that mountain. So I had two different focal points in the painting that were competing with each other. So first thing I'm doing right now is covering up that sun, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm using a combination of cerulean blue, dioxazine purple, and I also have some Prussian blue in there with titanium white, of course. And I don't mix all those colors. I just mix them straight on the palette. I don't mix them together per se. I just put them on the brush and throw them up on the canvas because I want some variation in my sky. I don't want just one solid color. Okay, I'm taking a bigger brush now, a number 10 flat brush, and I'm smoothing out the sky with brush strokes, making it look nice, softening it up for the next phase of the painting. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm streaking. I want some sun rays. I want to put the sun off of the canvas, basically. So I'm streaking some sun rays down at an angle, and I can do this. I just by adding some titanium white and using the brush strokes to streak it. It looks like sun rays just from your brush strokes, and it's a very effective method. I highly recommend that you try it out someday if you're an artist. Okay, I want to add in a background mountain, and I'm using some Prussian blue along with those sky colors, but I'm using more Prussian blue because I want it slightly darker than the sky, but not so dark that it pulls it way forward. And Prussian blue and those other colors I'm using are cool colors in the blue range. They're not warm blues, they're cool blues. So it should recede back in the painting when I add more to the middle ground and the foreground in the painting. I'm taking titanium white, straight titanium white, and adding in some clouds. I want to set that background mountain into the clouds, and it also softens up the bottom part of the mountain, so the mountain that's closer to the foreground will show up better. Lightly taking my number 10 brush and streaking those sun rays back in, and while I'm doing it, it softens the background mountain I put in, and also those clouds that are in front of that background mountain. But it's a very light touch. Don't push on it too hard. Okay, now we're moving into that mountain that's in the foreground or in the middle ground. So we want to make that slightly darker than the mountain in the background. You don't want to make your tonal value too strong too fast, or you're going to bring it forward too much, and you won't have enough room in your tonal value to put in the foreground trees and foreground hills. Things such as that. What I'm doing now is defining highlights and shadows on this mountain. Defining where some ridges, some cliffs, stuff like that. Kind of adding some dimension to different parts of the mountain, so it's not just a flat face to the mountain. going in with some Viridian green, lemon yellow, and some phthalo green in different mixtures. And I'm adding sunlight to that valley coming down between the mountains there. Now, you have to be careful with yellows and greens. So I also mixed in some neutral gray to kind of subdue the green and the yellow, because green and yellow will pull your eye forward, or pull the painting forward to your eye. And I still want that to be subdued and back in the background. So things to consider when you're using yellows and greens. Make it more on the gray side when you got it back in the background, and then you can start making it stronger as you come to the foreground. Okay, I'm using a number 8 flat brush here, and I have it turned vertically. Got some some Prussian blue and raw umber, and I'm just pulling a downward stroke. I believe I have dioxazine purple in that mixture also, and just making a downward stroke to imply some trees growing up a hill there on the side of the painting. Now, once I have that top edge in, I can turn my brush flat and just pull down and just add a bunch of color real quickly. And I can also add in some titanium white and start softening the bottom as you pull it down, make it lighter in color, and also give it a hazy look so I can add on the next layer. If you notice, while I paint foreground trees like this, at the top of the trees, I leave plenty of the background showing through. Don't put so many leaves or limbs on your tree that it kills the whole background. Leave what's called negative space showing through. That way it defines the shape of the tree, and it makes it look much more interesting. So remember that negative space, always use the negative space to your advantage. And when I put the trees over on the right side of the painting, you'll be able to see it better because they'll be up in the clouds. I'll put bigger trees up over there. But you'll be able to see the effect of the negative space and leaving those spaces in your painting. Don't cover them up completely and just put a big blob on there. Just kind of tap it in and leave a bunch of space show through. Okay, now I wanted to show some kind of a rock face or rock face on the cliff side of that mountain. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some burnt sienna to add some warmth, and I'm mixing it in with some quinacridone magenta and a little bit of yellow, lemon yellow, and some white so I can lighten the tone on it. And I'm putting some what looks like rocks coming down the face of that mountain, just kind of defining a few rocks and cliffs, adding more interest to the painting basically. And I will say, adding in this rock cliff, the paint I'm putting on the brush is mixing in with the paint I already have on the palette, which is a good thing because it subdues it, kind of muddies it up a little bit, and knocks the tonal value back. Doesn't, you know, the color's not so strong, so it gives it a nice look of haziness and back in the background, which is what I want on a mountain that's back behind everything else. Okay, on this block end stage, I'm adding a few final touches on it. Snow cap on the very top peaks of this mountain, and in the shadowed areas where the sunlight wouldn't be hitting the snow directly, so it wouldn't melt as fast. And I'm also going to go back in with some cerulean blue in the shadowed areas and some turquoise, and add some of that color in like snow that's in the shadowed area of the mountain. And it's very effective because it also indicates that you have some reflected highlight in there. Thank you for watching.